Do you get what this guy's saying? He's telling them the Israelites did life together, right? They had life group. They were in tents in the wilderness, in the desert for 40 years. They were plenty close. They cooked and ate and played together. They were together, but it didn't help them. They didn't help each other. Why? They lived in tents for 40 years. They were even called God's people, and yet they drifted away from God. Why? Because they didn't encourage each other to trust God. Within their doing life, they didn't warn each other to believe in God's promises. They didn't motivate one another. You know, it's almost like you can see these people and you can see them yelling and grumbling, and you just want to say, hey, I know you're out in the desert. I know it's hot. I know this is crazy. You have no home. I know it's difficult right now, but please don't stop trusting in God. God is not your enemy. I know it's hot out here and we're having to eat this manna every single day. No one likes to eat the same thing every day, but hey, keep trusting in God. Keep believing in His promises for you. Remember what He did? Remember how He pulled you out of slavery? Remember how He rescued our entire people from being beaten and enslaved? Remember when God rescued you and forgave you for all of your sins and took you out of the slavery that was inside your own heart. You, brother and sister, don't stop trusting God. Keep believing in Jesus. Keep trusting Him. No one was out in the wilderness except for Moses. He ended up complaining. He didn't go in the promised land. And you just were wondering, who is going to be there to tell these people, keep trusting in God? You want to know why they couldn't do it? They did life together and it didn't matter because they didn't encourage each other. They didn't get better together. They got worse because they didn't motivate one another to trust God. They didn't inspire one another. Listen, you've got to trust God. So that's all this habit is. That's all this thing. If you could build this habit in your life of getting better together, it looks like this. Trust God.